Well, hi, Saxgourmet fans. This is Steve Goodson, and I am speaking to you from our ultra top secret command and control bunker here in Sector R of the birthplace of jazz, the city of New Orleans. Now, we're down here in the executive offices, and I wanted to show you our newest, latest, and very greatest mouthpiece. And if you come by and visit me, then you'll find one of these on my tenor. This is the Duke of New York mouthpiece. It is our original design, and you can't get it anywhere else. It's got some very, very unique features that I'm going to explain to you. Okay, first, let's take a look at this thing, and man, that's a beautiful looking cap, and here, you'll notice if I hold it just right, yeah, it's got the world famous Saxgourmet logo on it. Cap's gold plated too. Why? Because gold looks good and gold does not corrode. So it'll stay looking just like this 50 years from now. Let's take the cap off and kind of inspect it. Why does this cap have this vent down here that no other mouthpiece cap has? Well, I'll tell you why. If you leave your reed on the mouthpiece when you put your horn back in the case, this will help things dry out, let the moisture get out from under the reed so it doesn't mold and mildew and give you that nasty infection. It's actually a fungus. It's called trench mouth, and believe me, you don't want it. You don't want anything to do with it. We're the only ones that do this, and everybody else ought to, but they didn't. Why? Because Saxgourmet Products is always the cutting edge of technology, even when it comes to something as simple as a mouthpiece cap. And you'll notice that it slips over the top, and it's very attractive too. Kind of got that Art Deco look going on now, which I think is very attractive. Every one of our Duke of New York Delrin mouthpieces comes with a single screw Saxgourmet ligature, which is also gold plated. And I want to show you a couple. Oh my goodness, I dropped the ligature. No, clumsy me. Okay, I got it now. And see, even I can screw up every now and then, huh? But anyway, this ligature, let me get it propositioned right. You see, fits like this, and so this little lug right here makes sure that it has an even tension all the way across, unlike these ligatures that just have a screw that goes through. Are you kidding me? This is the best way to do it. Why a single screw? Because the single screw gives me even tension. Now, as we look down inside this ligature, let me get my big fat fingers out of the way, you can see these rails which make sure the reed has an even contact. Yeah, that's a good thing. The ligature also, you see the way it's made, look at that. It's not going to come loose and tear like so many conventional ligatures do that are merely stamped out of a single piece of metal. It's gold plated, and hey, because I'm a knucklehead, we even give you the letter F on the front. Can you see that? I can see that. It's not in focus very well. But anyway, the F is up at the top. That's so you can see where the front goes. Because, of course, your mouthpiece is tapered, so's our ligature. We also sell this ligature to fit most hard rubber alto mouthpieces, some hard rubber tenor mouthpieces, and just about all metal tenor mouthpieces and some metal baritone mouthpieces. So if you want to order one of these for your mouthpiece, you can get one at nationofmusic.com. Now, let's take a look at the star of the show, which is, look at this. Whoa, did you ever see anything like that? Now, you'll notice that this mouthpiece has an extremely pronounced duckbill beak. Why? Because a thinner beak like that makes the mouthpiece respond quicker. Did you hear me? I mean, this thing is instant. It's faster than the Word of God. It is so quick. Now, also, and this is something Sandy Runyon taught me when I was his student, you want to have your beak for maximum response nice and thin. And so we do. We look at that. Look how thin that is. That's incredible. Now, this mouthpiece has our unique design of a bullet chamber. Yeah, look at that, with an extremely high baffle. Extremely. And a big window, extra narrow rails to make it articulate quickly, very thin tip rail. And also, I want to show you this because this is so cool. And I'm going to get out my my leak light here so you can see. Look, look down in there and look down in there. You can see, here, get the light out of the way. Yeah, there we go. You can see that this mouthpiece has a threaded chamber. Why? Because it stabilizes the low notes. That's why. Why are we the only ones doing this? Now, there are other people that do stuff with their chambers, but nobody does anything like this. And I want you to know, if you'll come down here and visit with me in New Orleans, I'll show you a bunch of mouthpieces that we made with different pitch, threads, and different, all kind of different stuff, and none of them worked as well as this. Now, you'll notice that this mouthpiece is very long. Yeah, it is. Why? And it fits way up on the neck cork. Why? Because we don't want it to wobble back and forth. It is designed to fit way up there and get a good tight seal. Now, here's the real secret sauce. This is the 11 herbs and spices. This mouthpiece is made of a material that we get from DuPont called Delrin. Delrin, no, it's not a plastic. It ain't no polystyrene or polycarbonate, anything like that. This, my friends, is a polymer. And why did we select Delrin? We selected Delrin because, very honestly, it has superior acoustic characteristics to anything else on the market. Did you hear me? Anything else. How do we know that? Because we tried everything else. And I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something about Delrin that is great. When we make the blanks for these, now every one of these is hand finished by me. All the facings are applied by me. All the play testing is done by me. You hear that? But when we're making the blanks, we make the blanks on a 5-axis CNC machine. And the nice thing about Delrin is you can machine Delrin just like you machine metal. It's not in any way heat sensitive. That 5-axis machine that they have, and we use EMR machine in Phoenix, Arizona to manufacture our blanks for us, but that machine machines these things down to about, they tell me, 3/10,000ths of an inch. Whoa, that's very precise. And then, like I said, we apply the final facing and all that by hand right here. As a matter of fact, right here in this room. And every one of them is hand done by us. There's nothing else quite like the Duke of New York mouthpiece. You can only get it at nationofmusic.com. We're very proud of this. We have 2 other models of Delrin mouthpieces. Delrin is a great material. Now, it's expensive. We're paying, just for this stuff, $48 a foot, just for the material. And it takes about a foot to make every one of these. So, I mean, that's just the cost of the material. There's a lot more goes to it than that, of course. But at any rate, this is the Duke of New York. You can see it, and you can hear some sound clips at nationofmusic.com. So go check it out. Be sure to call me with your questions. So in the meantime, I want everybody to take off your shoes. Practice long tones every day. Remember to keep your reed wet and get yourself a Duke of New York. Play Saxgourmet because they play best. Goodbye for now.